We were supposed to start our closed session at 3 p.m. I would like to move that time to 3:15 p.m., please.
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Passes 2-0. All right, item number 1 then is approval of the agenda.
Move approval.
Second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Item number 2, approval of the meeting minutes from August 13th, 2024.
Move approval.
Second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Item number 3, approval of meeting minutes from August 20th, 2024 meeting.
Move approval.
Seconded, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Item number 4, financial report, and I would call on Shane Albrecht from Baker Group to please provide that.
Yes, so the financial report, we don't have a handout this time because the financial report has not changed from the last handout that I gave you. I will have an update. We've had no bills or claims, as you saw, so the financial report is exactly as reported last time.
Any questions?
No.
Very good. Item number 5, discussion and action on HKA invoices, and again, I would call on Shane Albrecht from Baker Group, please.
Thanks. So up on the screen right now, it'll be challenging for anybody far in the back to see. We have a series of invoices from HKA. HKA, for everybody's knowledge, is the mechanical expert the authority hired to evaluate who's at fault for the fire damper stuff, which is PR 35R. So HKA was employed by the authority to look into that, and they produced a report in draft form that was provided in closed session to the authority. These are the bills. There's 3 of them. One for $831.25, one for $14,487.50, and the final one for $15,437.50. So it's roughly $31,000-ish. Okay. We had to get a W-9 from them and some other stuff so that Kenny could enter those in to be able to pay them. So I wanted to put this on the agenda so it wasn't just in the claims, Dan. We could actually talk about it, answer the questions that you had. The reason there's 3 of them, they were billing John Templer, the supervisor's attorney, and then instead of us. So that's why these have been delinquent. You'll see we've got bills from June, May, and I think the first one.
And so we just got notice of them,
We just got notice.
you know, a couple
Just
weeks ago,
Yeah.
just before our last meeting, so.
And they were actually sent, instead of addressed to the authority, they were actually addressed to Johnny Templer Jr.
So those errors have been
Corrected.
and we have the invoices, and I've reviewed them. They're all reasonable expenses for his fees and for his time incurred, so I'm recommending that we pay those.
Move approval.
I second. All in favor, aye? Aye. Passes 2-0. Item number 6 on the agenda is discussion and action on the LEC time capsule, and I'll begin that discussion. I would let you know that our time capsule itself has been ordered. We're waiting for it to arrive. I don't know if Mr. Moore, if you have any input that you'd like to do on the list of items that we've talked about that will go into the time capsule? Yes.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to ask if it's okay if we talk about location first and then talk about the items going into
It
it.
works for me.
And I'd like to call on Building Services Director Kenny Smith to come up to the microphone, please. Right now, in walking the inside of some of the spaces and stuff, I would like to make, and I want this to be official, that we all agree upon it during an official meeting, so that way there's a record of where this goes. I would like to make the recommendation that we put the time capsule on top of the handicap cell in the northwest corner of the jail, on that ledge up there. Kenny, that's in your maintenance area. Do you have any issues with that?
No, sounds like a good place for it.
Are we talking about first floor or second floor?
On the first floor.
Okay, I just want to clarify that.
What's it set on?
So, right now, a handicap cell is 6 inches bigger than the cell that sits above it. So there's a little ledge right there between. So it would set up, it would be
More than six.
bolted down up on top of that cell, so that way it's secured, but could also be accessible if need be.
We have more than 6 inches, I
I believe that's,
It's big enough to settle.
it's more than
Yeah.
6 inches. I think it's large enough to
I think it's like,
support.
Kevin,
Yes, sir.
what's the difference from a handicap cell? Is it a foot and a half? What's the difference from a handicap?
Oh, yeah, good question. I can tell you here momentarily.
If there's enough space, yeah.
There is, yeah.
There's enough space to.
Can you bolt it down so it won't?
So they're
Right.
roughly 2 foot,
Yeah,
4 inches.
there you go.
2 foot
There you go,
4.
Kevin. Yeah.
So again,
Yeah, there should be plenty of room up there.
Yes.
okay, sorry,
No,
Kenny.
no.
I just thought that was good that we talk about
Yep.
where it's gonna be.
And the thing I like about the position of it is it's elevated to where things won't be run into it and damaging it and that sort of thing. It will be up there where it should be in a pretty safe spot.
I just wanna know where I can find it when the day comes.
Okay.
Kenny, you don't see any other issues?
Other than you might wanna document when the day comes, how you keep that safe and where it's at.
And we do have to be careful because it's in a secure part of the facility, that we can't be too specific, but, you know, and include pictures like you would want, Dan.
We can use the number with Chase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you.
You want a motion to approve that location?
Let's do it. Go for it.
I'll move that we place the LEC time capsule on top of the, it's called a handicap cell, located on the first floor of the facility.
I would second that. All in favor, aye? Thank you. All right. Anything else on that, Mr. Moore, or?
We're including articles from the journal, aren't we? Time capsule.
We're wide open to talk about it without a doubt. Yeah.
Do you want to laminate those?
I think that'd be nice. I think it would be great to ask of John and of Katie if they each provided something that they would like to put in there, like I suggested last time. Their new staff, whatever you would like, but don't be afraid to have a couple things, you know, like you could put in, this is our current staff, you know.
Yeah, not only that, but if they wanted to, a couple of their news stories on a flash drive, that probably won't be able to be utilized by the time this is open, but let's do it, and if they can maybe convert it, just a couple of your news stories. Yeah, okay, thank you, excellent. Right, okay.
When would you want those by?
Oh, sometime I would say probably in the next 30 days. Yeah, okay,
I think our target would be try to be sometime around open house.
yeah. All right. Okay, anything else on that? All right, item number 7 on the agenda is discussion and action on the LEC open house, and I would just begin discussion with that. We have our list of all of the VIP invitees, and those have been done with mostly U.S. mail documents, and I want to thank Mick Paul here for helping. He's been a lot of help on this whole process. Most of those invitees were done with U.S. mail, and I would share with you that those are all in the mail, so they should be delivered in the very near future. Some of the items that one of the commissioners submitted was emailed, and they've been emailed out, so the invites are all out there. I'd share that with you.
Sorry for my 2 or 3 day tardiness. Giving those addresses to you.
It all worked out just fine. It all worked out fine, yeah. From there, we need to put our program together, and I think we've got everything pretty much in place about the fact that the media will be out there at 8:30 that morning, and then the actual open house, the actual program, if you will be at 10:30, and then public will be invited from 6 in the,
Noon to 6.
noon to 6 in the evening for tours of the facility, so.
Starting every half hour.
Every half hour, yes. So, should be a pretty full day of folks being able to get in and see what our new law enforcement center looks like.
Do you think we could take that invitation, publish it in the journal? And then at that time, what time did you say that starts for the?
At noon, from noon to 6 for the public, yeah.
Or something like that.
That's a good idea, we'll look into that. Yeah,
And we should also look at, it's not just the journal that's being invited, it's the grapevine, like the Sergeant Bluff paper, Danbury Review. So anyway, Mark asked for, those, cause it's Woodbury County, those papers to also be included.
Or publish the invitation?
And to be invited to for media day.
yeah, well, they've been invited.
Yeah, so I just said for publishing the thing, I think you should, if we're gonna provide it, we should provide it to everybody.
To publish it and pay
Yeah.
for that?
We're talking about an expense there, it's probably not gonna be something they're gonna do for nothing.
Right.
So just be the Woodbury County papers,
Yes, I
Yes.
think, yeah,
since we're spending Woodbury County money.
right.
But you're right, I don't think it'll be inexpensive.
No,
Well, I mean, they're gonna probably charge you for a whole page or half a page.
we'll look into it.
Well, yeah, thank you.
Okay, very good.
Agree.
Any other comments on item number 7?
None?
Hearing none, we'll move to item number 8, information and update on the LEC project, and I will call on Shane Albrecht from Baker Group, please.
Before you do that, Jody, is your 18 still a conflict?
Is my what? Oh, it is unless my trial settles, but it won't. So I'll be in trial that week, but if it happens to settle, I will be here.
Would you pass one to Nickers,
It would be nice if you could be glad to see.
It would be nice if I could be here instead of the trial as well.
We'll have somebody take it for
Okay.
you. Live stream.
There's copies for anyone else in the mic. Mr. Wood, do you wanna read this one or do you want me to?
Go for it.
Okay, so August 27th, press release for immediate release. The authority is happy to report that on August 16, 2024, Goldberg Group issued a certificate of substantial completion for the law enforcement center. This certificate signifies that the work is sufficiently complete such that the owner can occupy the facility for its intended uses, subject to Hausman's completion of a punch list and other items noted within such certificate. On August 19th, the transfer of utilities from Hausman to the authority occurred. On August 21st, 22nd of 24, the authority officially turned over necessary keys to the county such that the sheriff's office and other county officials now have started their move-in process and will otherwise complete the setup, training, and other necessary activities to be ready to accept inmates into the facility. As previously noted, Hausman has a contractual 60-day window from substantial completion until October 15th of 2024, which it will work to achieve final completion of the facility. The authority will continue to do everything it can to get this project to final completion and ensure the facility is fully and properly completed upon final completion. On September 18th, the authority will hold a ribbon cutting ceremony and open house for the law enforcement center. Further details will be transmitted in the future. So basically, it was a long process, and I want to thank Tony, Chief Wingert, and Kenny Smits turning over the keys. Sounds like an easy thing, you just hand somebody keys, but documenting all the keys that there are. Kenny, were you surprised at the number of keys to this building that you had to get?
I wasn't surprised, I think Bob might have.
It was quite a process.
I mean, we had boxes and boxes of keys, so we had keys we had to turn them over to all the commercial locks. Of course, to the sheriff's office, we had jail locks, but we also have keys to overhead doors, this, that, we have keys to desks, lockers, filing cabinets, power panels, just to name a few of the things that we passed over, so.
And as Shane said, there was
Yeah.
boxes, and you just didn't turn the box over, each key was turned over and accounted for. So it was quite a process.
So for everybody's knowledge, this was done because you need a chain of custody for all those keys, especially if they're in a secure area. This was done to transmit the thing that now they're in the owner's possession, no longer in the contractor's or in.
Shane,
Step up to the podium.
I'd just like to document that there will be some other turnover of keys. And this is referencing the courts and Peggy specifically you. We will be documenting my turnover of the keys to your evidence room. And so no one will have keys to that room except you after I give you those keys. And it's just something we need to document. You'll have someone like Stacy, perhaps with you, and I'll have someone on my side, but we need to document that which room is open. Thanks.
Thank you.
So, we've been working through just other issues out there that are on either the punch list item or Kenny needing to get for, to get his stuff moving, or the sheriff's office to get their stuff moving. So I'd like to report that a lot of progress is made since we turned the keys over, with people getting out there and people moving stuff around. So again, thank you to everybody, all their hard work from the sheriff's office, building services, WCICC, of course, if you've been out there too, Peggy. So again, want to thank everybody for helping as we get this transition moving. We're on a very limited time.
I know,
Chairman.
I'm with you. Any comments or questions?
No, I'm glad to hear the sheriff has hit the ground running. He said
Oh,
he would.
Yeah, doing a great job.
He was ready, wasn't he?
Yes.
All right. Item number 9 on our agenda is public concerns. Seeing none or hearing none, we'll move on to item number 10, which is board members' concerns.
Nothing further.
I have none. So we will stand down to item number 11. We will go into closed session at 3:15. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.